What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Boy, do I have an exciting one for you guys tonight. Just wait until we get into this box. I am thoroughly excited. This is a knife that I've wanted to get in my hands for quite some time. And, as things go, sometimes you just can't get everything. But that's where this comes into play. So let's get this guy out of the box, and I shall fill you in on what the scoop is here. So, what we have, guys, is a Tempest Knives box, and we have a little note here. And this comes from our good pal, Troy. You may know him as Tree Stabbing Troy. He bought a couple of the Tempest Knives jet streams. And he wanted to make his perfect jet stream. And I had been wanting one of these. And I told K.C in a live stream one night, hey, I wanted to buy one. I wanted to get one. I wanted to check one out some way, somehow. And not only did Keith, our good buddy Keith the Knife Freak, offer to send me one in, and I gladly accepted. Not long after that, did Troy get a hold of me and say he wanted to send me one as a DSK FS. And I said, dude, that is just insanely kind of you, insanely generous. And he said, but it's going to be, this version. Because I believe this original version came with a black blade. And I said, dude, that does not matter to me one bit. So I'm not sure what his looks like exactly, if he has a coated blade and a coated handle. I don't remember, but this will be a bead blasted tie with a stonewash finish, which I think looks fantastic. These are no longer available right now. That's why this is that's another reason why this is such a big deal to me. He threw in all the accoutrements, the microfiber cloth, the card, the sticker. He basically said he had it laying around. He wasn't using it, wasn't carrying it. It's never been used. And I'm just still in awe at the generosity of the community, the people in this community. It amazes me more often than not, the people in this community. And this thing is absolutely beautiful. Now, I do have the Tempest Knives Pinion, which is a fantastic knife that KC Knives Fast, he did that as his first design as far as a production design. He also had the Mach 51 that he did previously to that, but that did not go into production. But I missed out on the second design. I forget what it was called exactly, but this one is one that seriously caught my eye. KC has, he's a knife user. He loves knives. He's been running his channel for years. So he knows what he likes and what he doesn't like. And that's something that you can tell in his design language. One thing I really like about KC's design language is he's very thorough when it comes to the ergonomics of the handle, which a knife, a pocket knife, a fixed blade knife, they have to be comfortable. That's one of the very first and foremost things. Of course, you need a good useful blade with a good edge and a good heat-treated steel, but secondarily to that, you need a good, comfortable handle. And, KC, the design on this, you got a little taller handle, a little bit of a thicker handle. You know what would have been really nice is to see, you know, almost a full-length backspacer in here. That would have been an extra nice touch. Not that it needs it. These are all nicely softened. You have some nice thick slabs of titanium here, and they are very soft. So, you know, this thing is going to just melt in your hand. Now, I am assuming, this is just an assumption, I'm assuming he will bring these back into production at some point, you know, the Jetstream 2 or the version 2, maybe make some tweaks on it or something like that. But one thing I love about this thing is you have an inset liner lock as in a titanium frame, which means you don't have that exposed frame lock, and you're going to be able to easily thumb flick this guy out, which I love to do. You know, I love reverse flicking. I like front flippers. I like rear flippers, but I love a knife that I can just get a good, solid thumb flick in. And listen to that thing. Listen to this. Woohoo, baby. That bad boy's got some acoustics going with it. Nice stonewash blade. These are coming from Kubey, I believe. That's pretty much who he's had OEM all of his designs, which I think is a great move on his part. I also think that he went with 14C 28N on the blade steel, which is another great choice on this guy. You have jimping up the spine, some actual usable jimping here, centered up nicely. The detent is tuned very well. You can tell this knife is brand new because it has not been broken in yet at all. You can just tell. I can just feel it. And that's what Troy said as well. He switched the blades and he never used this knife. So this is basically some of the first flicks that this knife has ever had. You have a nice pretty lockup there, about 20% or so, 25%. I love how he designed this to kind of move over into that little area there that's been cut out. You have good access to the liner here. And, you know, a nice softened liner. It's easy to get to, easy to disengage. Let's get to that pivot. That pivot looks beautiful. Beautiful pivot. K.C.'s into cars and airplanes and things that go fast. So that is reminiscent of, you know, a tire rim or what have you. It looks great. Nice and unique. You just don't see something like that. I love how, you know, he's got the logo there, but it's smaller. It's out of the way. It's not in your face. And it's a clean looking logo. So I really like that. You have a nice micro milled titanium handle. The camera is not going to do it as much justice as it should be getting. The micro milling is so fine. You can see it there at the top of the knife, but it's so fine. It's kind of hard for the camera to even pick it up. I believe we're rocking with a tie clip. Yes. So we have a milled tie clip. And it's going to be reversible. And he put a filler tab here. Yeah. What's up, Savivi? You don't know what you're doing over there, baby. We got a titanium backspacer, too. Yeah, we do, baby. Yes. K.C., the moment I saw this knife, I knew that it was going to be a good one. You have this nice flipper tab that doesn't stick out. Now, not that that bothers me. It's just a nice touch. You know, I don't mind a flipper tab at all. Some people don't like them. Some people love them. But in this case, you don't have, it's almost like a kickstop in a sense. You have the flipper here. It's not the same mechanism, but in an idea, you have the flipper exposed here when it's closed, and then when it comes around, it hides within the scale. It's not a kickstop mechanism, but in theory, it's kind of the same idea. So the nice minimal flipper tab, and it works good. You know, sometimes these minimal flipper tabs like this can either be very uncomfortable to use and or they just don't work that good. This really works nice for coming in at the side there. And then, of course, the cutout fuller area here just works wonderfully. Now, this is more of a full-size knife, kind of like the pinion is. You have 3 1/4 of cutting edge. And, about to here, 3 1/2, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then you're coming down about 7 7/8 overall. So this is going to be in a lot of people's wheelhouses. That's why this knife was, a popular design. They are sold out currently. But like I said, I look for these to come back into stock at some point here in 2024. If you missed out on this knife, I'm guessing that these came in right around 120 or so. That's my guess. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I know KC would try to keep the price as low as he could. So I'm going to guess between 110 and 130, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. And that's incredibly good, for 14C, a nice finish, titanium all the way around. A beautiful build. This thing is ultra comfortable. You have this nice tall blade. You can get right up on the edge there for some nice controlled cuts. And then because of this area here where you have nothing really getting in your way, it's going to be easy to climb up on there or in there and get up on that tip for some nice precision or detailed type cuts. This is just a fantastic design, guys. I was excited to check one out. And then when Troy said, I want to gift you one, I basically lost my mind. USPS took their grand old time getting it here. But, they made me wait a little bit extra, but that's okay. It finally showed up safe and sound. We'll have to do a video of me stabbing this into a tree because that's what tree stabbing Troy wants me to do. Why don't we cut something with this guy, see what kind of edge Kubey put on it. So we got our regular old magazine paper here, and Kubey does a fantastic job, guys, they do a fantastic job on their builds. They use quality materials, and, a lot of people like Kubey as an OEM because they do such a good job. And that edge is nice and clean. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's nice. Why don't we see how a lot of people are enjoying the, cutting of the paper, but also seeing how the knives do up against some other materials. Now, this one has tape all over it, so... and it doesn't even matter that it's wrapped in tape. Yeah, this is going to be nice, guys, for everyday carry. I mean, hell, this could be a gentleman style knife as well. Definitely could handle being a work knife on top of all of that. I won't probably use it for a work knife. I'll use it for an EDC, gentleman style carry. Just because, it has a little bit of a sentimental value to it to me. I don't want to get it all mucked up at work, So this is fantastic, guys. I mean, this is not new to anyone except for me, pretty much. I did not check these out on a pass around. At the time of the pass around, I just had so much going on here that I just couldn't get involved with it as much as I wanted to. And so this is the first time I'm actually checking this thing out. And I am pleasantly surprised with this. This definitely takes the cake over the pinion for me. I love the pinion. A very great folding pocket knife, the pinion. But this guy just has a little bit more spice to it for me. Very, very nice from K.C. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what you think of this guy. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me know if you have one as well. Which one did you get? How much do you love the knife? I really want to hear what you have to say. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel or you've been here before and you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below or click the GBall Vision logo at the center of your screen. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I'll throw up a couple new videos. Go check those out, and I will catch you on the next one.